Dear friends, now we will start from here the meditation. What happens? Why meditation is necessary? So, meditation essentially trains the raw mind to access the focus of our inner awareness. When you do meditation, naturally it trains your mind first. As a boy, when he go to school, where there is a teachers are there, they train each and every subject, each and every field of the education. Similarly, meditation first trains your mind. Meditation means maximum cessation of all restless waves of the mind stuff. This is the basic. Hundreds of times or thousands of, we can say this, we have to remember this. Meditation means maximum cessation of all restless waves of mind stuff, making it crystal clear. Like a mind should be like a Manasa Sarovara, a rippleless lake, a beautiful lake where you can see yourself clearly. That state of mind should be there, my dear friends. What a great feeling it is. A calm mind, a repose, how a wonderful state of being it would be. One should experience. It's like a heaven on the earth. Heaven is not somewhere out or any other dimensions. It is, if you want to experience this physical body on this earth, through meditation you can experience by doing all these great things, by experience regular meditation. Through regular meditation you can experience. So my dear friends, meditation means, a simple definition of meditation is Nirmala Sthiti. When there is no words in the mouth, it is called silence. When there is no thoughts in the mind, it is called meditation. When you are in a mauna, you don't speak. The entire day you are in silence. You have full control on your mouth. Yes, I am not going to speak today. That's it. One decision. The entire day you don't speak. Similarly, the same intention you can create when you do meditation. Yes, I am not going to entertain any thoughts for a half an hour or 40 minutes or 1 hour. Make it crystal clear. Go in a state of Nirmala Sthiti. I am going to mauna with the mind itself. As you do meditation, do mauna through mouth, similarly, the same thing you can experience by slowing down. It takes some time, no problem. But you will experience the state of bliss in those no mind states, my dear friends. Everyone should experience this blissful moments in day-to-day life. So, my dear friends, meditation is not only about, you can see the images here. It gives a lot of information through the text also. Whatever I'm going to say, see the images. Meditation is not only about keeping the mind still. It also about watching intensely the mind's movements. It means when you are in a meditative state, I experienced it so many times. That's why each and every slide, particularly I want to show this, because when you are in a deeper state of meditation, where there is no thoughts whatsoever, still you are there. Before that, you can examine yourself. You can just recollect yourself. What are the thoughts continuously you are thinking the entire day? When you do meditation, when you erase all those things, and still you are there. The mind is still. There is no thoughts whatsoever. You are experiencing the stillness. And simultaneously, you experience, sometimes you are in that stillness, you experience the outside, whatever is going around you. You can hear all the sounds, noises, and everything, every small part, you are totally aware at that moment, but there is no thoughts whatsoever inside. What happens? You think where the mind has gone. The continuous thinking mind, where it is, where there is no mind. I experienced this kind of so many times. Where there is no thoughts inside me, still I am experiencing, I am listening some other sounds here and nothing is going to disturbing me. There is no disturbance at all, yet I am still, I am aware. If any thought also comes in between, a single thought, I can see the thought also at that time. What happens? Because when you go deeper, beyond your mind, the deeper state of your, deeper layers of your own mind, naturally the mind shifts into the observer part, the real part of yourself. You can go above, your mind. That's why shamans, they always represents the eagle, because they want to always in a state of the bird eye view, means going above the ground, watching from that state, you can see the mind clearly. Your mind stuff, you shift your lower mind to the higher mind. Lower mind always gives lots of disturbances. It continuously, knowingly, unknowingly, we think, and we believe also the same thoughts, we are the same thoughts. But when you erase all these things, when you pull yourself from all those thoughts and go above, raise above yourself to the deeper state of your mind, you can see yourself, you can not only see, you can observe all these things very clearly. You know that you don't have any kind of thoughts inside. You observe all the things, you hear the sounds, everything, nothing is going to disturb you. Still you are there as a part of observer. The end product of every meditation should become an observer, my dear friends. This meditation is a starting. There are so many things. A meditation is only one thing, a regular practice. And if you want to experience any kind of thing, the higher part of the last end product is awareness and observer. As more you become an observer, the more your higher state of consciousness will be. The more you observe, you don't attach to any kind of mind stuff. Not only any kind of mind stuff, you don't attach it to any kind of worldly things. Yet you enjoy. You enjoy all the things. Meditation gives all the benefits, my dear friends. First you start meditation, the healing happens. The journey begins. Okay, if you want to stop there, some kind of vision, some kind of good stuff, and listening all those beautiful stories about the spirituality, yes, you can enjoy. But if you want to improve, if you want to go the states of higher consciousness, you have to practice, you have to research, you have to take care of your mind regularly, you have to fully focus on your own self. By sincere practice, if you want to go heights, the unlimited heights are there. Okay, Baba, I'll do meditation, I'll do my work, yeah, I'm enjoying myself, that's it, okay, then that's okay. Yeah, I'll teach something, that's okay. Anything you do, but the end product is, remember, my dear friends, to become an observer. Until at that frequency, you have to come back. Because a beautiful state of thing is to become an observer. By doing regular practice, slowly, you will improve yourself. Nobody will give you this state of observer. You have to practice your own self, my dear friends. So stillness and movement are two sides of the same coin of awareness, my dear friends. Stillness, when you are in a still, because as I told you, the stillness mind, you can observe all these things, and movement. When the mind moves, the same mind, so the same stuff. When you come down, you experience earthly field. When the mind moves, you can experience the movements of your mind. Similarly, you can experience the zero state of your mind. Movement Stillness and movement, two sides of the same coin of your mind. In day-to-day life, you need the activity of your mind. And when you do meditation, you can go back and still yourself. As just a wave and no wave are integral part of the same ocean. At the deeper level, the ocean is still, but the upper level, the surface of consciousness, when you use your mind, it creates a wave. There is no separation at all. I told you, when you do meditation, you shift your consciousness from the lower field of mind to the higher field of mind, the lower mind to the higher mind. If you observe, I don't have the image here. If you observe the lower mind of part, it creates like egg shape, the lower part of egg. It's like this, narrow. So the same, when you move yourself from the lower mind to higher mind, then it is like this, a doom part. So when the lower mind, we experience pulling kind of objective mind, it always pulls you down. When you shift your awareness into the higher mind, your thoughts will rise above. You always kind of a feeling, you always having your thoughts, it's kind of higher consciousness. I want to help the humanity. Selfless thoughts. See, the self-thought always pulls you down. The selfless thoughts always rises above. One is narrowing down, one is narrowing up. One is parallel, one is vertical. A vertical thoughts is always beneficial for humanity, the entire world also. Because whenever they experience, whenever they remember, they see the gods upward. Oh God, why? Because you are moving, your consciousness is moving upward. When you do meditation, regular practice, when you are deep into the spirituality, naturally your mind moves towards the lower mind frequency to the higher mind. You lose all the unwanted stuff which is pulling you down, which always gives the gravity force. So you remove from the gravity force, slowly you will ascend to the higher states of consciousness, my dear friends. So the more meditation we do, the more stable our life will be, physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. This happens naturally. Nobody is going to give you any certificate, my dear friends. You have to give certificate yourself by regular practice and regular research, regular reading books, and meeting right kind of masters. Regular meditation helps your mind to concentrate, focus. Focus is one of the most important points, my dear friends. Synthesize without drifting. Regular meditation is most important because it won't allow any other external virus into your mind. If you do 1 day meditation and 2 days meditation, 3 days meditation, then leave it aside. After 3 or 4 days, again you start, the same thing will happen. You have to do the same efforts from the beginning. Initially, everyone must do a mandala 20 days, 21 days, or 41 days is most important for every person. Unless you do 41 days meditation, you don't understand properly, especially in the beginners. Because you have to build that consciousness, the energy levels every day. That is why Torkam Saradarian says the continuity of consciousness. You have to continuously give the energies by doing meditation to your own self. That's why regularity disciplines the mind. Regularity disciplines the mind. Regularity means regular meditation disciplines your mind. Discipline is very much important in spirituality, my dear friends. To create a hell or heaven, both are there, the left and right. What you want to choose is always up to you. The free will is always there. You can create a heaven, you can create a hell with the same mind. If you are a disciplined way, if you do regular practice and pull yourself from the whole unwanted things, naturally, the heaven is always there for you. By not harming anybody, not doing any cruel activities. So, my dear friends, now the meditation is a great inner adventure, my dear friends. Meditation enables existential connection with all that is. What a great words. Meditation enables existential connection with all that is. You can see the image. Who you are exactly. Your representation on the earth is not only flesh and bones, my dear friends. Remember this. Your representation on the earth is not only flesh and bones. You are always a part of higher dimensional field which is there inside you. Once you explore and experience, you can see these all dimensions within your own self. That's where you can see the image. The whole creation is always there inside you. You are inside and outside. You are the same. To go inside, meditation is a great inner adventure. To see the greater part, or to experience the greater part of your own self, you have to go inside, and that is a great adventure. That's why Jesus said, there are a number of mansions. In my Father's kingdom, there are a number of mansions, means there are a number of greater fields, higher dimensions within your own self. Once you go inside, you can see through the adventure of meditation, you will experience all the greater realities of your own self. So, my dear friends, that's why meditation, which gives you the all that is experience, means I am Brahman, I am all that is, I am God. All these things, the consciousness rises. Once you go upward, naturally you will experience all these things. So, dear friends, now we will explore this, the most important point of this concept, breath and meditation. Why breath is so much related to all the spiritual fields, not only particular this master or that master, entire world, generations to generation, all the great, from the great sages, from Vedas to till now, the breath is the crucial role, plays the crucial role to go back to your home, to experience your own greater self, to experience ananda, to experience bliss in everyday, day-to-day life, to detach from unwanted things, to detach from mind stuff. Everything creates, the breath is the most important, the breath plays most important role in our life. So we will explore this. So just, you can do this experiment, my dear friends. When we exhale all the air outside, just send it out, all the air, lungs, free your lungs, just wait for 5 seconds. What happens? What happens? Because your body needs the breath immediately. Naturally, it pulls. You don't need to breathe. You don't need to breathe. Yeah, I am breathing. At that point, you don't need to breathe. The body observes that, the vital field called breath, because without that breath, your body cannot survive. You cannot survive, as I can say. We feel that we are breathing. You are not breathing, my dear friends. It happens naturally. If you want to stop also, it won't stop. Because unless you are on this earth, it happens. Because it is a life force. Each and every body, each and every cell in your body is surviving. The whole digestive system, everything, every moment to moment, everything is operating through this vital force, my dear friends. That's why we are all alive, because our physical being, God's energy, inhales the breath. Actually, I can say you are the breath itself. You are going inside and going outside. It's a part of a movement continuously going on. When the breath is not there, then the body is not there. So we will see the breath is the spiritual essence which gives life to physical body through the vital principle called prana. See, the prana. When the prana is gone, you are nowhere. The body is nowhere. The body is separated from the spirit. The body becomes wood, just like lifeless, and the spirit part of yourself is always there. The most important point, my dear friends, remember this. The breath is the vital force. When we comes from the mother's womb, the first time, when you come to the earth plane, having the body, when you comes from the mother's womb, naturally, first happens, what happens? When the child takes the first breath, the journey begins. What happens when you leave the body? The breath goes out. The prana is coming in, the prana is left. That's why pranam going. That means prana has gone. That means you are gone. You are never gone anywhere. You are there always. I will explain this. Before coming to the earth plane also, you are there in a spirit, a form of spirit. That's why breath, there is so many languages, they give the breath as a equal to prana, equal to life, the life force. When you are in higher dimensions, you cannot see all those things, but you are experiencing a state of same energy field. When you come occupy the physical body, naturally you take the same vital force through you with the breath. The breath is always there. You are in a higher dimensions. Before coming to the earth, you are in an energy field. To sustain the physical body into this vehicle, you need a vital principle called prana. To experience the life in the body, you need that. See what a beautiful design. You cannot just come with the body without anything, because you need that vital force. To sustain in this suit, you need this vitality. Without the connection, you cannot survive. So where you left, you never left yourself anywhere, either in the higher dimensions or in the lower dimensions. Because when you come into the lower dimensions, actually the breath is there to connect yourself. So you never left your spiritual part, either you are here or there in the higher dimensions. That's why most of the enlightened masters, they said there is no death at all. Where is the death in between? You are entering into the body through the vital principle called prana. The soul entity comes into the occupy the physical body. The external force gives the life force to the body. So it creates a bridge between you, the Atman, the spirit part of your breath, both together merge through the breath, and the life begins. Either you are staying here in 30 years or 40 years, 50 years or 100 years, that doesn't matter. But the life force, you are connected with that life force always. See the beauty. That's why I told you yesterday that when you come into the planet, everything is well created. The causal gods, the supracausal ones, everything is created to experience this three-dimensional reality, the physical reality. They created a wonderful field of environment to create a physical body, to sustain the physical body. The life force is always there. When the Atman comes and occupies the body, naturally when the child comes out, the external force of prana naturally inflows, the bridge creates. So where there is separation, there is no separation at all. We experience the separate hood, the entire your physical life, but you are not separated from the source field anytime, my dear friends, all your incarnations. Because you are that. You cannot separate. If you want also, you cannot separate, my dear friend. This is the science. That's why observing breath makes us consciously experiencing the prana. Means by focusing on your breath, where you are focusing? You are focusing, you are being with that prana. Naturally, when you are being with that prana, you are with the God force. You are with that higher dimensional field. Source is the force of nature, my dear friends. Remember this point. Source is the force of nature. The source is there. When you go attach it to yourself, attach your mind to that source, naturally you will experience the greater side of your own self. What every individual needs to do is sit silently and go within. Focus on one's breath and slowly begin the journey back to your one's true home. Since yesterday we are talking about the true home. When you left your higher self, when the parental self, and you traveled many incarnations on the earth, and once you go back to your true nature of your own self, the breath gives. Through meditation, by observing the prana, naturally you will connect to the higher self, the greater self, or your parental self immediately. This happens naturally by regular meditation, because the breath connects you to the higher side of the self, the higher self naturally. That's why most of the meditators, they experience so many dimensions, so many energy fields, so much they experience. You must listen all these experiences. Not only body purification, after that there are so many invisible fields they experience, my dear friends. Because you are going back towards your higher consciousness, towards your mother and father, towards your own higher self. Naturally, you will connect. So, focusing on the continuous rhythm of in-breath and out-breath provides a natural object of meditation. It's a natural object. Just simple, normal, natural breathing. You need not to alter anything, my dear friends. Alter means you have to use your mind. Using your mind is not prohibited in the meditation area, my dear friends. Remember this point. Using your mind is prohibited in the meditation field. If you use your mind, there is no meditation. When the mind is there, there is no meditation at all. You have to wash off all entire mind stuff to become an observer. Then only you are experiencing the meditation, otherwise not at all. That's why don't use any kind of alters, just normal, natural, godly, created, natural breath as the rhythmic breath, which comes in and goes out. Just be with that. So, my dear friends, whenever you are conscious of the breath, you are absolutely in the present. Remember, see, the great, everything is here only. Wherever you are there with that godliness. Wherever you are, you can experience the meditation. You can do meditation whenever you are with that conscious flow of breath, with the prana, with the breath energy. Naturally, what happens? You are in the present. Please note that you cannot think and aware of your breathing at the same time. When you are with the breath, naturally your mind stops. When you are thinking, your mind is thinking, naturally you are away from the breath part. Anybody can observe. You cannot do both simultaneously. Yes, I can think, and simultaneously by thinking I can observe breath. You cannot do this. If you want, you can experiment. Your awareness is on here, naturally your mind is not there. Your mind is not fluctuating at all. When your mind fluctuates, naturally your awareness drifts from the breath. You are with the moving somewhere with your mind. You have to pull your mind back here, focus, stay there, be with it. The godly nature, godly force, be with that force. Here the focus is most important. Just be here. Whenever you're going drifting outside, come back and be here. Be with the natural flow of breath. Then see the miracles. When we attune ourselves to the breath, the mind becomes empty. This is the same sentence continuously. My master is continuously teaching the same thing past 30 years. What a great, wonderful entity we are having, Brahmarshi Patriji. 30 years, just simple, natural, this a beautiful thing. The angelic key he has given to the entire humanity. So, my dear friends, this is the most important part. That's why the masters comes with the machine, with the greater side of, they know what exactly inside, what they are teaching, what the vital principles in the teachings, what they are teaching. They know that. That's why the simple natural breathing creates wonders. Breath is the life force, and the life force is God, my dear friends. Breath is the life force, and the life force is God. Where are you going? Be with it. Be with the God. You do not have to go to any temple or going to any kind of anywhere. The whole life is here. The force of life is here. The God is here. You are going somewhere. No, my dear friends. The godliness is always with you, within you, because you are that soul stuff. You are that great stuff is inside you. Only you have to travel inside. That's why focus on breath and you automatically focus on God. So it's very really simple. It's all really simple. You do not have to spend anything. Just little bit of your time every day, sincerely. So, my dear friends, that's why in German they call the breathing the Atma. The great man Max Muller, that's why he know the great words in Sanskrit. He translated all the entire in Sanskrit so much. He did the entire his life. He did research and in Sanskrit language because there are beautiful words. That's why in German the breathing they call Atma. Atma means the spirit which is within. The Atma. Dear friends, breath is common for every human being. There is no separation at all. You may be separated from the physical bodies. The 7.5 billion people on the entire planet, they are breathing the same breath. There is no separation. Americans are separate breath, you Indians are separate. There is nothing like that. Because in the creation, that is the beauty. It's called oneness. We are breathing the same life force. Each and every human being. We are connected to that same source as a oneness. That is called a great people calls a oneness. Oneness means you are all connected. We are all connected to the source field. Every human being. We are always connected to the greater reality. You may be experienced for part of some time period externally, but we are all connected to that. Not only this particular time, when the Krishna was there, the breath is same. The Buddha was there, breath is same. Muhammad was there, the breath is same. The vital force is always there. The body floats on the surface. The material things floats on the surface, but inside the consciousness is always same. It never changes. That's where the law of impermanence comes in. That's why Buddha said, the law of impermanence. The surface of consciousness always changes. The inside, the consciousness, the stable consciousness, the pure consciousness, it's always there. Your own godlyhood is always there. You are here and you are here. Both are same, my dear friends. You're always connected to that greater reality. So, my dear friends, you are that. Breath is the external form of prana. Spirit is the internal form. See, breath is the external form of prana. Spirit is the Atma's internal form. By experiencing the breath, the external form, we become aware of the source within, the internal form. You can see the image when you connect yourself, when you're experiencing yourself, when you go inside to the breath creates the bridge between you and the higher side of yourself. It connects you to the higher self. You can see here, when all your chakra system opens, where all your body purifies. Then slowly your chakra system naturally it opens, blossoms. Each and every chakra comes into the natural rhythm of vibration. Naturally, the more you do meditation, naturally, once the higher chakras, your sahasrara opens, the 1,000 petals of lotus opens, you connect to your own higher self. From that point of time, you never separated from yourself. You don't feel that I am a separate entity. There will be so many changes in yourself. You always want to serve. You all want to teach. You want to work for the great as a spiritual being. These all things happens naturally as a spiritual entity. You become less worldly, more spiritual. Earlier, you are much of the worldly material side of the things. Now, you were nowhere in the spiritual side. Now, the material will be there. It will be less and more spiritual, my dear friends. Most of the pyramid masters are like that. They are doing so much work. A number of masters from nook and corners, they are doing wonderful work because they experience the within and without. See what happens when you do meditation. Patriji gave us a wonderful 3 grand happenings formula. First, when you do meditation, naturally your mind becomes empty. The first happening is when we are with the simple, normal, natural, easy breath, the mind becomes empty. This is the first formula. Naturally it happens. As I told you, when you are with the breath, the mind becomes empty. You cannot think and breathe simultaneously. So the first thing is when you are with the breath, remember this point, your mind becomes empty. That means you have to be with your normal, natural breathing process. This is the first basic rule. The first principle. The whole attention should be here, the inhalation and exhalation, how it is going in and it is going out. That's it. Be there. Just observe what is happening here itself. Be with the breath. So, naturally, when you are with the breath, when the mind becomes rather empty, the huge amounts of cosmic energy begins to flood the physical system. Naturally, your body heals. Why? When whoever lakhs of members are there who did meditation and they got healed all the diseases just simple by doing meditation itself. Because when you are with the breath, when the mind becomes empty, naturally you receive abundant cosmic energy into your physical system. Your mind is a barrier. It is a hurdle because see, when the dam is full of water, if you shut down the gates, there will be no water flowing outside because you are closing the gates. You have to lift the gates, then the water flows. The water is always there. The cosmic energy is always there, ready to enter into your system because your mental stuff, the continuation of your mind programming, you are not allowing it to enter inside. When you do meditation, when you are with the breath, when the mind becomes empty, naturally the aura opens and naturally the cosmic energy floods into your physical system. It happens because there is no barrier in between. You pull all your mind stuff, the material mind, the stagnant mind. Then naturally, you receive the abundant cosmic energy. Then the third principle is when the sufficient amount of cosmic energy, if you do regular meditation for 40 days, naturally all these things will happen. When the sufficient amount of cosmic energy floats into your physical system, the consequence is the high amount of activation of third eye. Because when the energy circuits, naturally when the whole system cleanses, naturally the outlet is here, the third eye is always there, the doormat, it's not yet open. But once you do meditation, the third stage is Divya Chakshu, or your third eye naturally activates. These are the 3 steps. That's why Buddha, what is Anapanasati, leads to Kayanupassana. Kayanupassana leads to Vipassana. Then Nibbana. In 4 stages, that's it. Anapanasati means being with your breath. Just be with your breath. Focusing, just give your attention to the breath, how it is flowing inside you. That's it. Anapanasati, then naturally that leads to Kayanupassana. Kayamu means sharir, stool sharir or physical body. Anupashyati. Anu means the subtle movements in your body. Pashyati means to see. What happens? Naturally, your whole etheric system will energize. When the whole your etheric body energizes, naturally the full amount of energy floods into your physical system, or Nadi Mandala Shuddhi will happen naturally. All your 72,000 nadis, more than that, but as a scientific investigation, the 72,000 nadis will be cleansed. The whole system will be cleansed. Each and every cell of your body re-energizes. Because you are away from the cosmic energy many years. Once your body receives that pure cosmic energy, naturally your cell structure, your entire body restores that new energy, the powerful energy. You become more energized. So Anapanasati leads to Kayanupassana. Kayanupassana leads to Vipassana. If you continue meditation, naturally the full amount of energy comes out to the third eye. Dashpad Var. You can open your third eye or Divya Chakshu. It happens naturally. Only by doing regular meditation, all these things, nobody is going to give a certificate, first level, second level, third level. Naturally, it happens. Then, once you open your third eye, when you do more research and more meditation, naturally, the Vipassana leads to Nibbana, the highest state of your own self. So, my dear friends, these are the 3 grand happenings. See, meditation experiences, naturally, everyone will get all these experiences. You will a wide variety of experiences during meditation itself, called meditation experiences. These meditation experiences can include seeing images. When your eyes closed, you can see so many other dimension fields. Earthly dimension and other dimensions, subtle dimensions you will experience. The inner smells. Inner smells means you can experience beautiful smells, and different kind of experiences naturally happens because you are shifting your focus, your consciousness towards your own higher fields of energies. Naturally, all these things will happen. The changes you undergo in meditation are often too subtle to detect. You cannot judge your any kind of experiences. Just let go of the process. Do not judge yet. And don't analyze it. Whatever experiences, go through it and experience it, enjoy it, energize yourself, and continue your meditation. Don't stop there. So, my dear friends, no matter what you experience in meditation, you should continue to do meditation regularly. So, this is the importance of meditation. Now we will see it is important for people to learn meditation and enrich their life spheres with good thoughts, good moods, good emotions, and joy, lots of joy. This is called heaven on the earth. If every human being do meditates and the whole world becomes a meditation world, a spiritual world, naturally the world will become like this. The golden period of humanity. That's what most of there are so much spiritual fooding is going on. We will see in future all these things naturally happens on this earth. So the ultimate personal goal of meditation is to achieve happiness, independent of conditions. A conditioned happiness is not at all happiness, it is temporary. If you buy a car, if you are happy for some time, it's a conditional happiness. If you buy a house, conditional happiness. If you you are happy with somebody else, that is a temporary, independent of conditions. The greatest favor we can do ourselves is to come to a state where our happiness is no longer dependent on conditions. This is the ultimate product of this ultimate of meditation. If you do regularly, you will see all these results. Your happiness should be independent of conditions. The conditional happiness is temporary. Only through meditation you will achieve this. So my dear friends, the purpose of meditation is a total transformation, a 360 degree. It means the you that goes inside the meditation experience is not the same you that comes out from the other side. If you enter into the door into meditation, once you come out, you are not the same person. Anyone does 40-day a mandala meditation, a 41-day meditation, naturally they can see themselves how they are before a meditation. After 40 days doing regular meditation, they can observe themselves, what happens inside and outside. The way of perception to the world, how they see, how they behave, how they talk, what is happening inside, everything will changes. The world is always there. You changed yourself from within. Whatever the clusters are inside, all removed, will be removed. So my dear friends, meditation is a special way of being. Meditation must embrace from the early age of 5 years. You have to give this a gift to the children from the 5 years of age. Everyone should meditate. Make them sit in meditation at least 5 years. 5 years means 5 minutes is okay. Even they need not to observe the breath also. Just close their eyes. Just give this simple technique. Either do, they will come within 5 minutes is enough for them. 10 years by 10 minutes is enough. Because their etheric and their energy bodies are very subtle. They can observe the things they can go into the meditation very fast. The more mind, the more you have to spend in meditation. The less mind, the less time you will need to go into meditation. So these are the benefits, my dear friends. Healing all the diseases, mind stays in peace, joy, memory, concentration improve, work efficiency, self-confidence, whatnot. You will get all these things. And above all these things, this is the basic things what you are seeing here. So my dear friends, these are the scientific data experiences. So meditation, one of those powerful tools that can enriches our individual. That means the higher truths, not only the physical reality, you will go beyond yourself and see all the greater side of yourself, my dear friends. All of this and a lot more is possible only through meditation. So my dear friends, we will come to a meditation. Then the pyramid meditation is most important, my dear friends, because pyramids are storehouses of energy. The pyramid represents your own self, your higher self. That's where we are received all the information from the higher dimensions, because pyramid is a most powerful tool for humanity, which always draws the cosmic energy, storehouses of energy, you can say. I visited Giza pyramid almost 10 times. What a great technology at that time, thousands of years ago, they built for great. The purpose of the building pyramids is because they want to create a cosmic energy, the energy fields on the earth by building the pyramids. That's why Pyramid Spiritual Society is building thousands of pyramids. There's a great meditation pyramids, the largest great meditation pyramids in the world. Pyramid Valley International is one of that. Was such a what a wonderful pyramid. One have to, at least in lifetime, they have to do meditation inside that great pyramid. What a wonderful energy fields over there. We have to experience these pyramid energies. So this is the most important part. When you do meditation inside the pyramid, naturally you will connect it to your divine source immediately, very fast. There are so many experiments, scientific proof, scientific data is there nowadays, and so much scientifically proved that energies are there inside the pyramid, because anybody can feel the energies once you go inside the pyramid. Nowadays, I saw recently one organization, a spiritual organization, coming up with a gated community with the pyramid houses. Here there are gated community houses are there, the independent houses, independent villas. They are constructing independent houses, pyramid houses. Everything, entirely the charged house. In future, we are going to see everywhere the pyramid houses will be there. The whole structure of our homes will be pyramid, because there is abundant cosmic energy inside. We can get healed every time. We are always in the field of energy, higher energies. I published many articles regarding this. Recently also, Julia Palmer, her name is, she is going to construct. So I published all these articles in Spiritual India magazines. If you go through the magazines, you will come across all this great information and many scientific informations also. So the positive energy flows into the pyramid, facilitate a deep focus, the deeper focus. The pyramid aids meditation because it focuses harmonious energy while deflecting, distracting energies, because it sends out the negative energies, it draws the positive energies inside. Pyra means a fireplace, Amit means a storehouse. This is a pyramid, it's called a storehouse of energies, my dear friends. Once you do meditation inside the pyramid, you will feel all this experience. You can experience this, a sense of weightlessness, electric-like tingling sensations in the body, feelings of warmness, like a mother womb effect, tranquility, relaxation. You don't feel the time and space. You will feel more joyful. Everyone should use pyramid as a tool while doing meditation, my dear friends. So next, we will come with the Swadhyaya, the most important part, meditation, pyramid energy, Swadhyaya. These three is most important, my dear friends. Reading about metaphysical subjects is absolutely essential. What a great statement by Linda Goodman, the great New Age scientist. She lived up to 400 years with the same physical body. What a great master. I come across such a wonderful master. She said, reading about metaphysical subjects is absolutely necessary. Books are undeniably a great swift shortcut to enlightenment, because it gives lot of information about your own self by doing meditation, what is happening you. And when you read all the masters' experiences who traveled before you, so it adds your consciousness. When you read about these lives and sayings of the contents of the spiritual books, a host of powerful and positive ideas rush into your mind. Your mind always illuminates with the beautiful concepts. And at once your mental powers are sharpened. Your mental powers increases. Your mind never distracts to the negative side of feelings. Your mind always be with the stable and more miraculous, more powerful and more lightened. Books gives always this importance. See the entire books I read. I'm reading, still reading. I read thousands and thousands of books in all fields, all the great masters. Because the books are guiding lights, my dear friends. Swadhyaya inspires and elevates the mind to higher spiritual altitude. If you read Bhagavad Gita, see the quality of Bhagavad Gita, 5,000 years, since 5,000 years, until now, the essence of the words, the essence of the material is the same. But it guided so many great saints into the field of higher consciousness. Why? Because books are more powerful. By doing Swadhyaya, by reading many books, you will come to experience, because who traveled before you, they did a lot of research on particular fields. So everyone, their experiences adds to your consciousness. The master may not be there, but they write all the books, the entire stuff, their life and teachings are there inside the book. When you read all those vibrations, each and every book contains a kind of spiritual vibrations, a field of aura. That's why every member of spiritual who is practicing meditation must maintain a library, a spiritual library in their homes. It always charges, because it's not a common textbook. It's not a material science book. It is a kind of vibrational book. If you read Paramahamsa Yogananda book, Autobiography of Yogi, what a beauty. You are going through the saints. You are traveling with them. While reading, you are traveling with them. You are exchanging your energies with them. They are exchanging their energies with you. Just it's not a reading, my dear friends. When you do meditation, your energy bodies become more subtle. Naturally, it absorbs the truth very fast. Otherwise, a normal person, it will like a textbook. But when you do meditation, when your subtle bodies, your subtle centers opens to the fields of higher consciousness, when you do read all these kind of books, immediately you absorb the energy from the great masters. What a beauty. That's why Swadhyaya is most important, my dear friends. It cuts a new spiritual growth for the mind to move on. It reduces the wandering of the mind. I read so many, whenever I read book, I'm always in the state of no mind. I will be in the meditative state only. I always experienced this. So, my dear friends, spiritual books acts as a counseling companions and the guiding lights under all circumstances. It's the ideal teachers in all times of difficulties. Whenever you are in a difficult time, just open a spiritual book which is there with you. Read some pages, you will get some information. Naturally, your mind energizes, your whole being energizes. That's why, my dear friends, read continuously. Subscribe Spiritual India and Spiritual Science magazines. And if you don't want in English, there are other magazines on PSSM, Dhyan Kasturi, and Dhyan Jagat magazines are there. In English, Spiritual India, Spiritual Science magazines are there. If you subscribe, then you will explore all these concepts regularly. Doing meditation and reading these kind of magazines, you will always touch with the spiritual vibrations. You are not away. It gives a lot of new information, new kind of light. See the great books, the Pleiadian Agenda, Wheels of Light, Seth books, Healing of Angels, Seat of the Soul, Conversation with God, the Book of Mirdad. What a great book, the Book of Mirdad. Everyone must read this book, the Book of Mirdad. Carlos Castaneda books, The Bliss Divine by Swami Sivananda, Awakening Buddha Within, Living with the Himalayan Masters, Walking with the Himalayan by Swami Rama, Adventures of the Soul, James Van Praagh, Paramahamsa Yogananda, Autobiography of Yogi, Quantum Shift in Global Brain, Journey Out of the Body. Everyone, if you want any kind of experience or any kind of information about the out of body experience, out of body travel, you must read Journeys Out of the Body by Robert Monroe. What a great book it is. His entire life is spent on research on these out of body experiences. Karma and Reincarnation by Torkam Saradarian. Everyone should read all these Torkam Saradarian books. I would bow down to such a great masters. Life on the Other Side by Sylvia Browne. Each and every level of your consciousness, by incarnating so many times on the earth, if you want all this, what happens when you go other side, when you leave this physical body, you will get all the information to the Linda Goodman books and Anatomy of Spirit by Carolyn Mess. And so many number of books are there. I can not give you all the information, but you must read all these books, dear friends. So, wisdom is the key to the personal power and impersonal joy. This is the last statement. That's why wisdom is the key to personal power. Empower yourself through that, and it's an impersonal joy. Because when I read the books, there's a different kind of joy happens inside. Because yes, I know the subject, but I want to explore still. Because consciousness is the same, but the flavor, how they are putting in words, I want to experience that. I want to listen that. So, Swadhyaya is must, my dear friends. Regular meditation, using pyramid energy and Swadhyaya and meeting with masters, Sajjana Sangitya. These four is most important for your spiritual upgrowth, my dear friends. For this, I am ending this session, my dear friends. Thank you very much for the whole Pyramid Valley team. Thank you very much.